Good morning out there. It is a Wednesday morning, and I have to say, it is raining in Sydney again. I am so thrilled to be with you. I have got just a few minutes, and in the next few minutes, I want to share a few reflections and truths. This morning, I was on Blog Talk Radio, and I was speaking to Mari Mitchell, and we were talking about my new book, The Glass Angel. And as part of a reflection, that's really come to life was you can't outrun your story. How many of us have tried to outrun our story? You see, we think that if we pretend our story didn't happen, or we hush it, or we focus on other things, that it will just go away. The problem is it never does. And our story becomes shame. I love this definition that Brené Brown gives. She says that shame grows in secrecy, silence, and judgment. I wish that was just a thought, but it's research, right? Secrecy, silence, and judgment. So if my fear or shame story is wrapped in those, I will always try outrun it, outwork it, achieve so that I wouldn't have to think about it, prove my worth, be more. And here's the gift. The gift is, if I'm always pushing myself, I never get to actually experience this moment. And how do I actually look at my story? I have a beautiful friend, and she said, there is no way I'm looking back. And I went, well, I don't think it's about looking back. I think it's about recognizing some of the key parts in my story that keep me stuck in spirals of behavior that don't allow me to be the best of me. And if I can look at those stories and stand in deep acceptance from a place of love, saying, I recognize that that story that happened to me is past. I recognize that in that moment, nobody showed up their best. I also recognize that I am more than my story. And then I would love to say this. I connect with myself and I recognize this. And it's a powerful statement that says, in the moments of the most uncomfortable, difficult, judgmental shame stories, I probably did the best I could with what I had. So that's just a reflection for you today. You can't outrun your story. You have to look at your story, recognize it for what it is, and release it. What happens when I do that? I'm no longer carrying around the fear stories and the shame bags. I can be better with others because I can actually start having a loving relationship with myself. You see, if I'm trying to outrun my story, I'm not connected to me. Because sometimes in that moment, I am the bad part of the story. I have to share with you, this has transformed my life, and it is why I wrote The Glass Angel, your guide to transformation, freedom, and growth. I want to share this with you today because it's changed my life, and I know that it can change yours too. So stop outrunning your story. Look at your story from a place of love and compassion and start setting yourself free. This is Christina Foxwell. I cannot wait to speak with you again soon. Have a marvelous morning. Bye then.